Welcome in, everyone. Welcome back to the HIGH-5 podcast, HIGH-5 After Dark. I'm your host, Malcolm from Malcolm&Mary, and today we're going to take a peek at some beautiful products off the shelves of HIGH-5. I'm joined by my lovely co-worker and colleague, the Miss Emily. What are we trying tonight on that podcast?
Okay, you are going to laugh. So I decide I'm going to do what you and Katie do with the edibles, right? And take it like 30 minutes or so before, right when we get off work.
Yep.
This motherfucker is so hard to open. There was no notches, right? So I'm like, okay, rip while I'm driving, rip it enough to get to the Ziploc. I get to the Ziploc. I can't, Malcolm. When I tell you, I was about to throw this thing. I could not open the fucking Ziploc. I couldn't find where the opening was. I was struggling so hard. Like this. I still don't have it open. I'm sure it'd be easier now that I could put like my full focus on it, but like it is not an easy opening package.
I will also second that. It is not easy. And they put instructions on the back, but they don't really make sense.
No, fuck no.
They really don't.
I didn't even know there was a special way to open this. Oh, I mean, I see that now. Now that I'm, actually looking at it a bit more, I'm sure there's...
Okay, ready? Emily, when you look at the bag, there's the back slit, right?
Yeah.
And then there should be a front slit.
As well?
Yes. And then you take both of those and pull it. So there should be one plastic piece in the middle sticking up.
Well, look at what I did instead. I just ripped it. That's why I said you were going to laugh, because I just went, nah, and I just tore right below the Ziploc. So now my bag can't reseal. But that's okay, because they come individually wrapped.
Yes.
Okay, so I did eat 2 of them. I will say the texture is probably my favorite because it's easy to chew. Not that I have a hard time chewing, but like they're softer, they're not so hard. Just like their other distillate gummies on the podcast. These are the hot sugar live resin indica gummies. I would say they're on the pretty low to budget to mid, budget for money wise. Wow. I took 2, and I was gonna say I feel like I'm already kind of feeling it in waves. It's been about, I would say 35, maybe 40 minutes. 40 minutes is pushing it. I'd say 30 to 35. And yeah, I mean, I feel it in waves already. Just kind of coming little rushes over. I'm feeling already kind of a bit spacey. I'm probably gonna pop 2 more because that's just the kind of night I want to end off on. So I will eat those, but I'm also going to be smoking a product that we're going to be carrying on the shelves. Okay, it's an Evergrow 10-pack of pre-rolls. I am curious if the quality differs a whole lot between their 4 or 5 pack versus their 10. I'm not suspecting it's going to change a ton, but this is their Smackers Indica half grammer. They come in a pack of 10, so they're 10 halves. I will say, I'm already not liking how it's rolled, right? I mean, they're in bags. If you're going to do a pack of 10, put it in a box, from the soil jar. You put them in a small bag, the same that you would put, your normal. And, think about how we stock these things, or consider it of, dabs and all this stuff, too. But just sometimes he'll just grabbing stuff. Yep. And, I don't know, look at yeah. So it's literally crooked as fuck. I'm gonna try. It's a super easy. I mean, she can't be too hard to fix. But you shouldn't have to fix your joints if you're paying for them, you know?
Right.
I mean, sometimes I understand. We're all on a budget at some days in our lives, so I can't hate. But yeah, you really shouldn't have to fix up your joints all too much. But honestly, just unravel it, give it a good few shakes, twist that motherfucker back up, and look at, I mean, it's not perfect, but it is much better than it was. If you had smoked it just how it was, you would have had, little scoobies all over the place. It wouldn't have burned properly. And it just takes like 2 seconds. I recommend doing this with like literally any of the budget pack or whatever, if you're like, I just need something, I'm going camping, I need bulk,
Right.
That's my shit. Like, I understand you might cough a bit, but, I always recommend people just undoing the top and just reshaking that every single time, because it will change how it burns.
Yes.
So, anyways. That's sweet. That is really sweet. Kind of like a pink lemonade. Yeah, I'm getting like very pink lemonade vibes, which is exciting. Maybe a mix with a little bit of like a little diesel-y after. I kind of like that.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay.
And I have had Evergrow before, but I can't say I've had the smackers from them.
Okay, and big shout out to Evergrow finally coming back in the pre-rolls. Would love to get their flower back in as well.
Yeah, I forgot. I never see their flower anymore.
Been a long time. But okay, we'll definitely see how that bad boy rocks and rolls in the pre-rolls. Thank you, Emily. And then I'm going to be also doing the hot sugar, the gummies. Now, I will also knock it for the packaging because I was able to get mine open right away. However, I completely didn't even pay attention to the back. And I, with my like little key, did like a little yaya in the car and then just ripped it normal. And it opened right away. You know what I'm saying? So, which is never the case.
Sometimes I have they open totally fine. Sometimes I'm like literally fighting with this motherfucker and it's like throwing hands.
Yes. But my thing is this. They did all of the work to put this diagram and no words. You could literally just explain what to do in much less ink.
Yeah.
Literally. You should say, grab back flap, grab front flap, boom, pull apart. You know what I'm saying? But I understand why they don't. I think they don't because maybe like a child can or a teenager could read it. You know what I'm saying? But, and it might be like not childproof because they can read it because of that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's a terrible excuse. I think that this package needs to change for sure. Number one. Number two, I took 3, and this is the live resin in the indica. This is the dragon fruit. Now, and this is what they look like, which I like from the, sorry.
They're cute.
Yes, they're like little Rubik's Cubes. And unlike the hot sugar fruit drops, the color matches the edible, which is nice. You eat with your eyes first, so you're like, okay, I'm down for this. And these guys are 10 milligrams in each piece, 100 milligrams total. Now, their ethanol extraction, they expire on August 5th, 2024. It's really nice that they put the expiration date for the gummies. I do not believe that these are vegan.
No, I was looking for that. No, there's definitely
gelatin
in there, yeah.
100%. Which also, now speaking of which, I like the texture as well. This is a really fun texture, super squish, and nice little sugar crystals on the outside and nice little gritty texture. But as far as the flavor for dragon fruit is a very mild flavor. If I was blindfolded, I would say raspberry or maybe strawberry, something really light, just faint. But with being told in the placebo effect, I'm like, okay, I could see dragon fruit. As far as the Not really sour though. Definitely just sweet, not really sour. And I do like that these come in sativa and indica as well for the live resin. As far as the flavor goes, weed, 4 out of 10 weed. You know what I'm saying? On the flavor, I didn't really get much weed. But as far as the desired effects go, 4.3. I definitely feel, and also I'm still, mucused out and very stuffy. So my flavor perception is, not 100%, but I still enjoyed it, 100%. But as far as the desired effects go, my head, I'm mucusy, so like I feel like the back of my head and like the sinuses were achy all day. But now they're like warm. Like they're super warm and achy all the way around the back and like down my neck and stuff like that. My eyes are definitely getting lower for sure. It definitely hasn't revved me up. I kind of feel like I'm just kind of like slowly but surely getting towards the twilight of the day for sure. And I'm excited where this takes me. They label it have a good day, and they don't have any other messages. Please enjoy whatever. It's a Fat Panda company, as all hot sugar is. So big. It's funny. Underneath the hot sugar it says another Fat Panda company. They know I'm tired of them, but nevertheless,
another one.
Another, because they are everywhere. They have so many things.
That's what I tell people is that they've been around for so long.
Yeah.
They've been in the game for a long time. It's good to switch up every once in a while, because there was a moment I remember when I first started smoking, where like Fat Panda was like the shit, and then obviously the market just got so popular, and there's a lot of great growers and new things to try, and you want to switch things up, but they're always like I know you can always rely on them for like solid, affordable, quality weed.
Yes, especially when you don't really want to don't get me wrong, Snickle Fritz is in the budget tier, but so many people are so ignorant. They're like, you know what? It's in the budget tier, so it can't be good. They're like, I'm gonna come to the next shelf, and they go to the middle tier and. Yeah.
I had someone make a face at me today because they were like, "What you got on sale? What you got on sale?" And I was like, "That Nightmare Runs from Grizzly," and they went 23 for a quarter. How much for an egg? 12. And I went, "You haven't even seen it."
Right.
And I pulled out and I showed him. He was like, "That looks good, but I bet you it's crunchy as shit."
Hey.
Gave it a little bit of squeeze. Yeah, it was a little dry, but you know what? You are literally drying weed.
Exactly.
It's going to be dry.
It's a cured herb. Yes, literally. And but also that's just this batch of the Grizzly. You know what I'm saying? There's so many batches of Grizzly. How many have we seen be 10 out of 10? You know what I'm saying?
Especially that Nightmare Runs.
Exactly. That one, and in particular that one, and the Blackout Bobby. Some of their best ones. So and
shout out to that customer
yeah.
if he's ever watching this.
Yes.
He's great. He knows who he is. And I gave him shit for making that face at me. And I said, "Don't you fucking make that face at me." Literally, I was like, don't you dare. Let me kill you, bitch. I try. People sleep on that budget key so much, but there's so many great things that you're missing out on if you don't at least look and ask your bud tenders. We know the good stuff in there.
Yes, and save money. Nobody wants to make you spend. There's no commission. Nobody wants to make you spend all of your wallet. There's no
$50, $60 an egg.
Yeah.
It is wild.
Like we don't get off on that. You know what I'm saying? That's not where we come in and what's on our mind.
It's all packaging.
Literally. But yeah, I'm like, but I will give Fat Panda those quarters in the middle tier of the regular line. That's a great deal. To have your quarter be $10 more than the eighth, exactly. That's a hard one to beat. Like when people come in the middle tier, I'm usually like, no, don't get Fat Panda, and then I'm like, you know what? This man asked me what quarters do I have for X amount of money, and it really is only Fat Panda in that middle tier.
There was that and Buddy Boys, and we just started getting Buddy Boys in, and I mean, not just, I know we've carried them before, but I feel like we took a bit of a hiatus.
Yes.
Now we're back into seeing them a bit more, which shout out Buddy Boys.
Yes.
But yeah, that's pretty much the only two.
Yes.
And I'm like, if you're working on a budget and you have points that you can use a discount, you can always do a quarter of a Fat Panda, because it is just a great deal.
Yes.
It's a great deal.
And it's consistent.
I fucking have gotten one for what it is, because I'm like, I'm gonna at least try it.
Yes.
And you know what? And it's this much, and it discounts. So.
Yes.
Worth
Yes.
it.
They are.
Ooh, it's been a tight month, and I still want to smoke. Bite the bullet, swallow your pride,
Yes.
and go get a quarter of Fat Pandas.
Yes. Yes. 100%. But yeah, Fat Panda, you get a thumbs up, thumbs down for the packaging, but a thumbs up for the yellow. Yes.
100%.
Yes.
I
And
understand. We understand.
yes. And
But-
Emily, and also I gotta ask a bunch of customers that buy these, what do they do? Do they just take a knife to it and cut through it and just keep the individuals just individual? You know what I'm saying?
I'm curious. Look at how cute is that?
They are great.
I love
Okay.
that. I feel
But-
like it should be in some video game.
But now yours is the same color.
Yeah.
Well, it might be a little
Kinda.
different, but
Mine's a bit.
brighter.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yours has, I feel like, a bit of a pinker undertone to it.
Got you. And so they are not using, it's artificial flavoring. Which, I mean, it makes me sad, of course, but then again, it's just like, it's dragon fruit and it's Fat Panda, and this is what I expect, instead of it being Binsky, you know what I'm saying, or, another company that's, real fruit, product.
This one has natural flavoring.
Mine says artificial flavor, cannabis oil, gelatin, water, natural flavor. So natural flavor and artificial flavor?
Make it make sense. Yeah, this says pure cane sugar, corn syrup, salt, vanilla extract, vanilla beans, water, ethyl, alcohol, gelatin, water, natural flavors, sorbitol, cannabis oil, serving size 10 milligrams, THC.
Okay. Yeah, this is that.
Varies per flavor?
That confuses me a little bit.
Me too. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm gonna go into work tomorrow and look at all the fucking ingredients and all the hot sugars, just out of like pure chaos, and just look at them all.
Yeah, that
Very.
I will say I do like I do like these bags. I like the design of them. They're cute. This is, I like the bag. But nevertheless, we'll see how this high continues for sure. How are you feeling so far on that, Emily?
I'm feeling great. I had a pretty long day. I went down to Portland to take a class where I learned how to preserve and pin and dry a scorpion. And it's a blue 4 scorpion that's just this really pretty, like under UV light, like a bright neon blue. It's sick. But because I did that all for the first like hour and a half of my afternoon, and then went to work and driving in traffic. My back hurt, my feet hurt. They don't really hurt anymore. I am very nice and stoned. These edibles are fantastic. I'm honestly just eating this 4th one, knowing that I'm probably gonna sleep in a bit tomorrow, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I don't have any big agenda, so other than work, but I don't go until later, so it's fine. Yeah, I feel very like uplifted body wise, like I feel very like light. I feel cozy. I have the nice like, little tingles in my shoulders and my back, which is nice. My head feels good, not so much of like a super heavy like head high, but I do feel like anytime I move my head a bit, like it takes a second for sound to catch up. But it could just be because I feel really stoned. The joint was nice. The only time it went out was when I was talking for too long. And then, yeah, relating was not a problem. Honestly, after I repacked it a bit, I feel like it smoked a lot better than it would have. So if you're getting those, definitely do that. Or else your experience may be completely different.
Right.
So.
And how smooth was it? What do you think?
Yes, I was just gonna say it was a pretty smooth smoke overall. It didn't burn weird. I didn't have to like really fix it. I didn't cough a lot. I mean, smoothness was a little bit. I would say a little bit peppery sometimes in the back of my throat. So probably like a 7.5, maybe an 8. It really was smooth overall, minus the bit of the harshness, but also like I am on the very tail end of a cold, so just a little bit stuffies and certain, like, you know, I sleep with my window open, so it hurts when I wake up.
Gotcha.
Or it continues to hurt, so.
Okay. And then so far, potency on the gummies, what do you think you would give them if you had to do a scale?
I would give them like a pretty solid like 8.5 or a 9.
Nice.
They
Okay.
hit me within the hour. I only took 2 the first hour, pretty much. First 30 minutes. And I was already feeling, you know, pretty nice. I just ate 2 more. I'm not going to eat any more the rest of the night. I don't need to, so.
Save them, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely going to give them like a solid 8.5.
Okay.
The light resin, I feel, makes it different. I don't know if there was really like, trying to remember how I felt with like the blue rads, like hot sugar drops I did.
Okay.
But the live resin definitely feels a bit heavier.
Yes.
But all because also it's an indica. The other one was a hybrid.
Yes. And I feel like that is a genuine consensus between coworkers and customers, 100%. Yeah. I've had so many people come back and they're like, I'm like, oh, I have the Smokies, I have the Wild. They're like, nope, I'll take those hot sugar live resin. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are very in tune with the live resin gummies from Hot Sugar. And we didn't always carry these. And when they hit the market, like just at that price for live resin, I think these are the cheapest live resin gummies.
Oh, 100%.
You know? So yeah. It's still a great deal. We have distillate gummies that are more expensive than this, which is kind of crazy. But on the other hand, you look at the hash rosin. You know what I'm saying? How
I was literally just talking about that today, and like I'm obsessed with the Good Tide hash rosin gummies. Yes. I don't need a whole lot of those to feel absolutely wrecked.
Yep, they are amazing. And I think it's very much the same as, you know, in the concentrate cases. You see your distillate or your propane and butane extracts. Then you bump it up besides nickel fritz to your live resin, you know what I'm saying? And they're a little bit more. And then you get to the rosin and it's a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like that same, for those same reasons why it's more, because when that flower is processed, it takes a whole lot more to make a little bit with rosin and hash rosin. And vice versa on the other side of the spectrum. So it's like, although that price might go up for the Good Tides, you gotta remember they're using a lot more product in order to make that concentrate.
Oh my God, and they're so good.
And they're worth it, you know?
Yes, they're worth it.
If there's ever a day to come in on Monday and get some edibles to try them, that's the day. People come in and try to, you know, do it on Mondays and get the sorbet, which is amazing. You know, you should also do that.
Just saying.
Yes.
You gotta get 2 of the sorbets for it to count for a discount.
Yes. And it's like, you should still do that. Yes. But.
Because I worked motherfucking hard to restock that freezer.
Yes.
Me and KBZ.
Yes, KBZ. And speaking of which, big shout out to inventory. The samples today.
Yes.
Biggest shout out to inventory.
Yes.
That my message has been received. No more Cry Mega. And we've got Well, I can't even see what it is, but I think it's a ripped off runs, and I'm very
Is that
happy.
Tilted?
Tilted, yes. I was just talking to JG and Chris and everybody about no, that was Thursday. I was talking to them about, crime. We were talking about samples, and we were like, if I get another crime mega, and Chris is like, if I get another Gorilla Glue, we're joking, of course. We love inventory. We'll take anything.
Yes.
But it was so funny. And then I turned around today, look at my bag, and like, as I opened my bag, I see the blue bag, and was like, Malcolm, it's okay. I was like, it's okay if it's crime mega. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? The last 4 or 5 times I've got crime mega, and I'm like, how many sample forms can I do for crime mega? I was like,
I'm sorry, I just gotta get rid of it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I just gotta get rid of
it. And my thing is this: I love Tilted so much. Crime mega is the one strain that I'm like, I don't care for this, and they just have a half ounce of it. It's overkill. It's just overkill. It's such overkill. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. But nevertheless, thank you, Bopa. Thank you, KBZ. Thank you, Nate Dogg. Thank you. I would say Robinson, but I know he has nothing to do with his samples.
Shout out Sylvia.
Sylvia, yes. Big shout out to Sylvia. What's the other boy's name? Sam. Yes, Sam. Big shout out to Sam. Yes. Excellent. Yes. But okay. Thank you, Emily. And once again, another big shout to inventory. Without them, nothing's possible. Without them, nothing's possible. But this is and I'm gonna jump into the scale of 1 through 10. In all honesty, on these, for the live resin, this is the dragon fruit gummies. I am starting to get a little dry mouth. You know what I'm saying? My eyes are definitely getting dry. They're getting low as well. And I'm digging them. I really am. I like these. I don't know that I would get the dragon fruit flavor again. I'm not a big dragon fruit person in the first place, but they do have like strawberry, which is right up my alley. You have their green apple, right up my alley.
Their blood orange is really tasty. If you like this, like citrusy stuff.
Okay.
Their blood orange.
Okay, I can see that. I can see me trying a blood orange. And also I got to give them their kudos on having a lot of flavors.
Yeah.
They have
they have so many flavors.
Yes, a good amount.
Indica sativa.
Yes.
Wild.
Which I like because like Smokies, you got almost the same amount of flavors, not as many I don't think, but only some are hybrid, only some are indica, and it's like, I guess when somebody comes in, like what they're looking for, because it's like, I want watermelon. It's like, okay, I know he's looking for the indica one. I don't have to ask that question, but I'm still asking a question anyway because it's sweet or sour. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I kind of wish they had, but I guess that's the difference. I guess Smokies has your sweet or sour, and whereas these live resins don't.
No.
So all about the market, all about tit for tat. But overall, if I had to give these as in the realm of edible, all things considered, price included, stuff like that, I'm gonna give these a very solid 8.9 out of 10. I do think they're really, really fun. Like I said, I love the texture as well. These are a nice, fun texture. Can easily be cut in half or bit in half if you needed to.
100%.
Yes.
If you're not comfortable, just cut it.
Yes.
Or bite it. Be risky. You don't have to be exact.
Yes. And like I said, this is something amazing, for, like I said, not feeling well or sick or can't smoke at the current point in time, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely money. This is a great deal. And going on Monday, get that 20% off. Is it that might be one of
such a great deal.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite days. I honestly think it's my favorite day. As far as deals,
He's so busy.
Yes, and especially because on Mondays it's like edibles usually don't even break the bank like that. You know what I'm saying? So to get 20% off on top of something that you don't even break the bank, and the amount, the barrier in which how low the discounts are eligible, is ridiculous. $10 and something be discountable. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. So.
I think even the hot sugars, like, At what they are, they discount.
Yes, they do. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Tell me why the concentrates that are that also don't discount.
Well, that's something y'all you have to take up with the big. I said the head wigs, the big wigs.
I got a managers meeting on Thursday.
Yeah, that's a very interesting topic though, because could you imagine how much we would lose? You know what I'm saying? Money.
Yeah.
Money wise, and I think that's why they do that. If
Well,
Snickle Fritz, oh, I'm sorry, if Sticky Frog was, or whatever ones are at 15, if those were discountable.
Think about this. This is something I think, is a topic that should be figured out. Sorry, oh my god, I have dog fur everywhere. So the dabs aren't as expensive as they used to be anymore. No
Right.
matter what, the market is. We are so grateful to be in such a great area where we do have crazy dabs at such a great price, and the people that have a loyalty to like the delectables and this nickel frits and the sweet stashes and the dab mans. You know how many points those motherfuckers have?
It's true. Thousands.
So many points, and they don't ever use them because they can't justify spending more than even like $18 with a 20% off doesn't still get them down to a $7 dab what they're used to getting.
No.
Or seven. God damn it, I am the worst. You know what I mean? If you've seen our concentrates, you know how crazy affordable they are.
Yeah.
So like, there is that like, should we at least make the like stickies and the other like the sauce, I believe is another one at 15, make those discountable?
Right.
Or make the Waxy Wednesday concentrate like 15% off versus the 10.
Right.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what would be better. So
I feel like the first option of making them $16 or $17 would be better, because if you make the Waxy Wednesday, you'll lose more on all of the brands from Waxy Wednesday rather than just DeSauce, Sticky Frog, and the other ones that kind of float.
The 16, the 17, and the 18 ones already discount?
The Sticky Frog's not 17 though.
No. They're 15.
Right.
But don't the 16 and the $17 dabs, don't they discount already, like Slab Mechanics, or I know there's like some weird ones in between there that discount.
I'm pretty sure the 16 it starts at 17, right?
17.
Or I don't know. I have to look. I don't know. I can't remember if 16 can or not. But
yeah, I'll have to take on this a bit more.
Yes, because it's something to think about, and like you said, and that's even with the bud tenders' encouragement. We're like, you sure you don't want to look at something and get a discount? And they'd be like,
oh yeah,
nope.
And even those Waxy Wednesday discounts, and if they're 10% off, and the person has a 20% off, they're gonna be like, I'm just gonna use my 20% off instead, anyways. So
Exactly. Yes.
There's that. I don't know.
It's something. Hey, it's
10, 20.
I want everybody to just stay tuned, because I don't think people would be upset to see Sticky Frog rise up $2 and now knowing that they can use their points.
Become discountable. That's actually a great idea.
Or at least just Sticky Frog, or just one brand at first.
Like, oh yeah, they did go up in price a bit, but now you can use your points on them, and they qualify for the Waxy Wednesday discount.
Yes.
That's sick.
Yes. But yes, this is, in the works. But okay, very fair. But these little guys, highly recommend. They're rock star. Emily, what we thinking on those?
Yeah, I'm gonna give this also like an 8.5 out of 10 for me.
Nice.
I fucked up the packaging real bad, If you are in a rush and trying to open these, I can see this sometimes just frustrating you. But in like a humorous way, you know, you're like, what the I'm trying to get high, you know? I love the texture. I love how square, you know, little cute cubes. Um, Again, to reiterate how badly I fucked up that package. That is terrible. But the high is really nice. I'm gonna say like the two that I'm feeling right now. I am feeling nice. I can't imagine what I'm gonna feel like in like, I don't know, 20, 40 minutes after I'm like, I have some snacks in me and I'm watching a TV show and I'm all ready for bed. Quite chatty too. I don't know if that's a combination between the two, but I was so fucking tired all day today. And then I am like driving home listening to music and like having a blast. And like, what the fuck? Where is this energy coming from? And then like, I don't know if it's my body maybe feeling relief, like a little dosage of relief from the indica, and I'm feeling nice and like relaxed, and I'm just ready, like second wind or whatever. But I like got home, I did all the chores that I needed to, ran upstairs, got the dogs, changed some comfy clothes. I was all ready. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this with 8.5 I am so rambly.
No, it's good.
None of this is making sense to people that don't know me. This is hilarious. I'm done talking.
Okay. And then for the joint, what do you think? For the smackers?
Oh yeah, totally forgot about that. I'm gonna give it like a 6.
Okay.
6 out of 10. It's not bad. I liked how they burn, you know. I really encourage Evergrow to make their 10 packs into more comfortable sized boxes. You could do recyclable boxes. Those are cool. If you're worried about it costing a lot of money for jars, I don't know what that looks like. I really have no idea. I think that they should package it better because it does damage the joints on the inside, and then we're left fixing them. But it tasted nice, it burned nice. Yeah. What did I say? Like 6?
6, yes.
Stick with that.
Which is fair. Big shout out to Evergrow and the Smackers as well. Thank you, Emily. And speaking of which, because you thought you were safe, favorite dish with turnips. Go. 5, 4, 3,
None.
2, 1.
None.
Go.
No.
Go.
You carve them and they look creepy. You carve them like little
Yes.
jack-o'-lanterns.
Yes.
That's actually the OG pumpkin. Well,
Yes.
jack-o'-lantern used to be turnips. And I don't know if you've ever Googled that shit. They do look quite creepy.
They have beautiful colors, but they do look creepy.
Cool. Yeah,
definitely do look creepy.
But I don't like eating them, so.
Okay, that's fair. Turnips are a very kind of gamey vegetable.
Yeah.
They are. They definitely are. Okay, very fair. But
maybe if it was like cooked in with something, but.
okay.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head where I'm like, ooh, and if you even add a turnip to that, it'd make it even better. You know, I just can't think of something.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Turnips are kind of gross. Fair. But in all, I don't even know that I've had anything like in the last like decade with a turnip in it that I can think of. But
my friend I'm pretty sure it was like a turnip, or I think it was a radish actually. She was straight up eating like radish, like in class one day in high school, and I was like, ugh. She's like, do you want one? And I'd never tried one, and it was like early in the morning, and I was like, sure, I'll try one. Oh my god.
A little peppery, yeah.
I was like, girl, you're eating this just what? What the fuck? You know, we're still friends to this day, so hey. Shout out to Carly.
Yes, Carly. Turnip Carly. Or Radish Carly, sorry. Radish Carly.
Yes, Radish Carly, I'm screaming.
I love that. I wonder if she still eats radishes. What?
I I'm sure she does. I'm sure that bitch does. Trying so hard to get me to go to my 10-year reunion this year, and I'm like, she's planning the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll go.
Hey.
Just pick up your ass.
You go there, she's eating radishes.
Nothing's changed.
Now that would be funny.
I would stay for that. I would stay for that.
Where are they having it? Is it at the school?
I think they're doing it at like a bar.
Nice.
Yeah. But as someone who doesn't drink, sometimes being at a bar can be a little overwhelming if I feel overstimulated. So I have to be in a good mood to want to be at a bar. If I'm already having an anxious day, sometimes being around a lot of drunk people who in a small space or shit at a 10-year reunion can make me feel quite anxious. So, but I'm sure if I just smoke enough weed, I'll be fine.
Absolutely, yes.
Just really stoned.
Yes. Okay, hell yeah. All right, well, thank you, Emily. Best of luck to you. Big shout to everybody going to their school reunions as well, and rekindling their past lives. And it seems as though this has brought us to a close. Big shout to Evergrow, big shout to Fat Panda and Hot Sugar and their live resin gummies. It seems as though this has brought us all the way to the finish line. I want to give a big shout to everybody smoking weed and enjoying Mary Jane and rocking and rolling. Big shout to Tala in the back, napping her sweet life away.
Sweet, please see.
That's their spots. They love it, and they know their spot.
They sure do. That's their sleepy couch.
Tala has sass even when she sleeps.
I know.
When she sleeps. It's pretty great. But she gives me very Shiba Inu vibes.
Yeah. Yes.
Very.
Yes. I took her to a pumpkin patch one year, and this lady was like, "Oh my God, is that a fox?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Oh, a German Shepherd," and I was like, "No, she's a husky." And she was like, "I love huskies," and I was like, "Bitch, I don't think you know what a husky looks like."
That's people, man. That's people.
Fox? Oh.
Yeah, just my fox on the leash.
Just my fox on a leash.
And the pumpkin patch.
The huge. Okay, we were just talking about her.
Yeah. Look, she said, let me go ahead and crank this oven open. I'm going to bake a croissant.
Okay.
She said, I'm going to bake a croissant.
You want to say hi?
Hi, Tala.
Oh.
Tala.
Girl. Oh. Leave me alone.
That was epic. That was great. And big shout to the customers, but we didn't get any dogs today that I know of.
No.
Yes, that was very strange. Very strange.
Who knew we love dogs? You had a dog, you didn't bring him in. Docking your points. I'm kidding.
Tis. I'm also docking their points. But
bring your dogs back in.
Yeah, please. We got treats. But it seems as though, like I said, this has brought us to a close. Big shout out to everybody smoking weed, enjoying Mary Jane, eating weed, and enjoying Mary Jane for all she is. Big shout out to HIGH-5. Big shout out to HIGH-5 Stevenson and HIGH-5 Supply. Best of luck to Katie tomorrow in her adventure. Would have been on the podcast, but she was like, I got to save myself. So, rock and roll. You got this, Katie. Big shout out to Emily and everybody. Stay high and humble. We'll see you next time. Peace. Take it easy, y'all.